Attention inspiring registered pharmacist. You are not a failure, but the system you are using to study for the Naplex might be failing you. And I'm saying this with love, with urgency, because I don't want you studying for the Naplex another 2 years from now and still be in the same place, still explaining why you're not licensed, still feeling like you're stuck in the almost category. If you earn the PharmD, but you haven't crossed the licensure line, the licensure finish line, stay with me for a few minutes, okay? If you're ready to finally shift from how you prepare, you will see the link below where you can join us for our event this week. And I want you to join. Why I want you to join? Because it's very, very simple. Here's what I know about you. Even if you're not ready, even if we haven't even met, even if you haven't even realized this, you are not lazy. You are not unmotivated. You are not smart enough. You've studied. You're tired. You invested money. You invested time. You spend weekends at the kitchen table, late nights in the bed with a laptop, early mornings trying to squeeze in one more chapter. And you might be doing what most retakers do. You keep going back to the same cycle. You buy the program. You restart the schedule. You watch the videos. You do the questions. You tell yourself this time will be different. Am I right? But then the score comes back and it feels like nothing has changed. That moment hits different because you're not just disappointed, you're tired. You're mentally tired, emotionally tired, and spiritually tired. And what makes it even more heavier is that you already did the hard part. You graduated. You earned a degree. You have the education. So why isn't this converting to passing? That's exactly what we're going to unpack in our event this week. The link is below where you can grab your spot if this already is speaking to you, okay? If this is speaking to you, I want you to grab the link below because let's get this straight. Let's get let's get the let's just get straight to the let's get straight to the truth. Most people think the problem is the Naplex, but it's not always the Naplex. It's your study system. Your system for studying is failing you. You are not the failure. And when you finally accept that, when you finally stop attacking yourself and you start rebuilding the structure, because if you've been studying for months, some of us years, and you still can't retain what you read, if you go blank under pressure, if you struggle to apply what you know what the patient scenarios is, if your confidence just collapse every time you sit down and practice questions that isn't proof that you don't know anything. It's proof that your system is just not designed for how you learn and how the Naplex Texas. That's all. That's why I want you in our event. Not so you can be motivated, but you can be equipped. I want you to see the link below. Because the really thing is, I really want to talk about something that nobody wants to say out loud. And I'm going to say it here. The fear of being the almost registered pharmacist forever, that's what's scaring you. The almost licensed, the almost practicing, the almost earning the income you work so hard for, the almost being able to introduce yourself as such and such RPH, but there's a pause. That fear can quietly shape your whole life. You delay plans, you avoid certain conversations, you hesitate to apply for jobs because you don't want to get your hopes up. You start measuring your worth by a score report. And the hardest part is that you can't explain it to people who haven't even lived it. They think you just need to study harder. They think you need to just buy the resource. But they don't understand that after multiple attempts, it's not just about more than effort. It's about learning how to perform on demand, under pressure, with clarity. And that's what our event is built to address. You need to join us. You need to join us in the link below. I'm going to say it again. Because let me give you one concept right now that changes everything without turning this into a full whole training session, okay? Because that's not what I want to do. But a major reason retakers struggle with retention is that they're studying outside their peak energy. That means you're trying to memorize, solve, and retain information when your brain is not in its best state to absorb the information. You're tired, you're overstimulated, you're emotionally drained, your nervous system is already on high alert. So you're reading the chapter, but it's not sticking. You're doing the questions, but it's not connecting. And then you tell yourself, I must not be learning. No, you're learning in the wrong conditions. Most people think that their peak energy is like other people. But inside our event, I'll say this: we're going to uncover some things. We're going to uncover some things like yours. We're going to implement, show you how a study system you can implement and follow, because that's one of the things. And with the peak energy, people don't realize that can change the game for you, because sometimes again you don't need another resource. You just need a Naplex system that makes the process simpler and easier and more strategic, a system that aligns with your learning style so you can stop forcing yourself to study into routines that burn you out, like studying all day and don't remember nothing. A system that reveals the right habits so you're just not studying in a panic mode, then crashing. A system that helps you retain information, not just recognize it, because recognition does not make you pass on Naplex. It's the retrieval of information does. A system that teaches you how to apply what you know like a clinician, not just reading content and hoping it shows up in the way you study. A system that supports your mindset and calms your nervous system so you don't freeze, overthink, or change answers you know that was already right. And that's the difference between being a professional studier and becoming a registered pharmacist. And if you want to step into this, if you want to step into this and learn this, I want you to join us. Sign up here. Sign up now. Save your seat for this week's event. And again, before you click away, I want to ask you something. Very important. Is this worth your time? And if you answer yes to any of these, I want you to be there. If you want to be a licensed pharmacist and not a professional test taker, join the event. If you want to finally get out of what if I fail again anxiety loop and start studying with a strategy, I want you to join the event. If you want to start your career and generate real income, even if you failed before, I want you to join this event. If you want systems that allow you to recall information under pressure, not just reviewing content passively, I want you to join this event. If you want to connect with a coach who understands that you are more than a test, I want you to join the event. I want you to join the event because I've been where you are. I've been that. I've been the professional test taker for over a year, waiting to take the exam, letting my anxiety stay there. I've been there. So I know where you're going. I know where you're at. You're in that space where you want to start implementing a system that better serves you. You want to start identifying what's not converting, what's not helping you move forward. I want you to come because I want you to walk away knowing exactly what to change and how to move forward. Because not only have I been there, I spent years helping others become the RPH, the registered pharmacist. And I want you to study for the Naplex another 2-3 years from now, being the almost, because you're not the failure. But if you don't change your system, you will keep getting the same result. So listen here, I've said enough. I said I won't come here and teach. I won't come over here and preach. I want you to join me for this week's event. Join us for this week's event, okay? Until next time, remember that pharmacy is only if you are. Now go be great, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.